Welcome. In this module, we're looking at the second part of CIS critical security controls, or the top 20 critical security controls. And we're looking at the seventh control, which is email and web browser protections. And this is the overall layout of version 7. And we have now touched the foundational controls, and we're looking at the second part of control number 7, email and web browser protections. So control 7.6 tells us log all URL requests. So log all URL requests from each of the organization systems, whether on-site or a mobile device, in order to identify potential malicious activity and assist incident handlers with identifying potentially compromised systems. So it's always useful to know that which system tried to access a particular website and that caused the infection. And however, in large organizations, this could create a very large quantity of logs, and you also have to see and you have to gauge from your organizational perspective, if you enable a certain feature, what is the volume of logs and what is the impact on the storage of logs. And 7.7 says use of DNS or domain name system filtering services. So use DNS filtering services to help block access to known malicious domains. So this may be a feature either on appliances or proprietary solutions from vendors, or you could enable it on your open source type of solution as well. And the next control is implement DMARC and enable receiver-side verification. So to lower the chance of spoofed or modified emails from valid domains, implement domain-based message authentication, reporting and conformance, which is DMARC, policy and verification, starting by implementing the sender policy framework and the domain keys identified mail or DKIM standards. And these are very important because a lot of the spam mails or malicious emails which are going out are taking advantage of the absence of these controls, DMARC and sender policy framework, SPF. So all administrators should make sure that on their email and on their DNS, the SPF and DKIM are configured correctly. 7.9, block unnecessary file types. So block all email attachments entering the organization's email gateway if the file types are unnecessary for the organization's business. For example, exe.exe files or exe files, or other types of attachments which are not necessary for business. They are not Microsoft Office files. They're not PDF files, may probably not be required to run the business. And here we're blocking the risk of attacks from unknown types, which could be malicious email attachments. And the last one is sandbox all email attachments. So use sandboxing to analyze and block inbound email attachments with malicious behavior. And this type of sandboxing is now available in most of the leading solutions, which are advanced malware protection solutions. And they have a sandboxing mechanism. And whenever an email is coming in, the email will actually go to the sandbox environment, and the attachment will be opened. If it's an exe file, it will be run, or if it's an attachment, it will be scanned in the sandbox environment. And in the sandbox environment, we look at the impact, and then there's a risk rating. And if that threshold of risk rating is crossed, then it is identified as malicious, and the email will be blocked. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.